Sometimes I just like to come out here in the high tunnel um, when it's a little bit of downtime. I call it my quiet time. Um, it's the last day of the year, 2021. So going forward, I'm looking into 2022. So there's a lot of stuff going on in my mind right now. A lot of farm cleanup. We've been blessed to have a little bit of good weather. And as you guys know, following your own journeys through this market farming, that the good days are really good days. So sometimes these days when you get nice sunny days, even though it's 45, 48 degrees outside, sunny will give you good vibes, good inspiration to get some stuff done, or even just walking around. I like to take time in my downtime like it is, because you guys know going into spring and going into summer, it's going to get very hectic. There's a lot of stuff coming on, a lot of seeds starting, a lot of growing, a lot of transplanting, a lot of stuff to take your mind off the small things. And today I want to talk about small. We started this journey over a year ago as a full-time market farm, and it has been a journey, and it has been good and bad. A lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, but you know what? We're learning. That's what this is all about. This is all about us learning and following our own path, our own journey. And mine is probably going to be way different than yours, and that's okay. It's okay for all of us to have different journeys. This isn't a Bible or a textbook or a follow me kind of thing. This is a what's good for you guys. What is good for me here in my part of Northeast Kansas may not be good for you in Florida or Georgia or Nevada or Utah or Washington or Michigan. You guys get the drift. So sometimes I like to come out here and just do some thinking. I know going forward that I am going to have a seed farm plan, basically. It doesn't have to be technical. You don't have to get out the whiteboards and logistics and all your grid patterns and do that. Yes, you can. You can get as technical as you want. I don't do that. I like to have a list and a plan going forward. And to me, that entails a lot of different things. Okay, now that we're in a place it's a little more comfortable, a lot less wind, let's talk about my farm plan. A farm plan is good to have whether you're a backyard gardener, a market gardener, or a commercial or professional gardener in any added sense there. Everybody always has to have some type of a plan, and that's going to be different for everybody. Like I said, my farm plan is going to be completely different than probably what your farm plan is. It may be the same, but that's okay. Most farmers will include their farm plan as what seeds they are going to grow, what varieties they're going to grow, and who they're going to grow for. I like to broaden that farm plan a little bit. I like to include things like seed starting trays, propagation trays, bottom watering tray, seed mix. That's one of them that nobody thinks about. That should all be incorporated into your plan. This is why I like to incorporate it into my plan. I like to have a plan going forward. So I want to make sure I have all of my tools in my toolbox at my disposal. Now, I've done it in the past to where, we live 15 minutes from town. So it's really not that big of a deal to run 15 minutes away to get something or to buy something else that we're going to need. But that, once again, is labor going to and from. That is gas going to and from. And nowadays with gas prices, some of them reaching over $3 a gallon, that could be pretty expensive if you have to run to town 3 or 4 times a week just to buy something that you could have done the first time. That's a plan. So I like at the end of my growing season where a lot of people are taking 3, 4, 5, 6 months off and then waiting to start up. Unfortunately, when you're a market gardener, you can't afford that. You maybe get 30 days off. So about the middle of December, we were ending our weekly grow bags that we provide for our 20 to 25 customers here locally. And that stopped over 2 weeks ago. So now I am looking forward into 2022. So as that plan goes forward, I've got to make sure I've got all the equipment or tools in my toolbox that I need. Besides seeds, one of those tools is, like I said, seed starter trays. So I go through and I want to take an inventory of all the trays, all the bottom watering trays, all the clear plastic tops, humidity domes that I have, because now is the time to get those things ordered to make sure I have them when I need to use my tools. I'm lucky enough to have a good supply of them left over from last year, so I'll just reuse what I have. Like I said, all of my seed starting trays come from Bootstrap Farmer. And the reason why I use Bootstrap Farmer trays is because of the quality and the rigidity of those trays. We'll get into that in a future video. We'll talk about that kind of stuff, but that's who I use my trays from. Printers. I like to talk about printers. This year we actually bought a label printer, a 4x6 label printer, and one for our microgreens. And the reason we went with that route is because we were purchasing stickers from one of my friends locally that was making stickers for us for our microgreen containers and for our lettuce bags. And it was just getting too expensive. Not that I don't like to support local, because I love to support local. It's just in my text, in my frame, I needed way more stickers than I could afford if I had to pay somebody. So the only way to really get through that is to buy a printer. That's part of my farm plan this year, was to purchase a couple printers to get going. As you can see, we now have our custom stickers. So now I can make changes on the fly whenever needed to get my product out to my customers on a timely manner. And that saves labor, that saves me money, and that saves our customers money. So that's something to think about on your plan. Other part of your plan would be seeds. We're the last day of December here, going into January. Everybody is thinking about buying seeds. I purchased my seeds 2 months ago, knowing that last year with Corona, it was very hectic to get the seeds that I wanted. You could get seeds, yes. You could go down to your local Home Depot or your local hardware store and get seeds, correct. The seeds that I purchased, I can't get from those type of places. I have to purchase those from main seed companies, which there are numerous ones here in the United States. I purchase most of my stuff from Johnny Seeds, which you guys are probably familiar with. If you guys are watching this type of video, you understand and know who Johnny Seeds is. And I purchased my microgreen seeds from True Leaf Market. So those are the three main people that I purchased my seeds from. There are others there that I have used in the past. I've not been happy with some products. I've been ecstatic with others. Those are just the three main ones off the top of my head I can think of that we use day to day on this farm. So other than seeds, you've got that. You've got new scales. We purchased a couple new scales this year to take to our farmers market. So, everything like that has to come into a plan. I just wanted to mention a couple items that I use on our farm for our plan. And by far, does that mean that's not something you guys have to take forward going into your farm plan? Just something that's just food for thought. But anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next